In the far reaches of the galaxy, long before their infamous clash with Earth's warriors, a legend was born. A legend not of kings or conquerors, but of soldiers. Mercenaries bound by pride, loyalty, and flamboyance, the Ginyu Force. Their story begins in the Age of Chaos, when countless worlds trembled under the expanding shadow of Frieza's empire. Across the stars, planets fell, their defenders scattered. But amidst the destruction, one warrior stood apart. His name was Ginyu. From the earliest days, Captain Ginyu sought strength not only for himself, but in the bonds of a team. His power was extraordinary. His strange and terrible gift, the ability to exchange bodies, made him unique among warriors. Yet even with this ability, he believed true perfection came from unity. Where others saw strength in solitude, Ginyu saw it in discipline, coordination, and trust. Thus the Force was born. One by one, Ginyu sought out those whose talents stood beyond ordinary soldiers. He traveled to the harsh deserts of Geeth, where a towering brute known as Rikum defeated entire armies with a single blow. To him, combat was joy, and his laughter echoed through battlefields like thunder. Ginyu recruited him not for brutality alone, but for spirit. Next came Berter, the Blue Hurricane. Born on a world where speed determined survival, Berter's body was crafted for velocity. Faster than the eye could follow, he carried himself with the arrogance of a comet racing through the void. Yet beneath his pride lay fierce loyalty, a brotherhood forged in motion. Jace, fiery warrior of the Crusher Corps, was drawn in from the burning stars of his home system. Known for his style, his energy, and his devastating Crusher Ball, Jace was as much a performer as a fighter. He brought charisma, balance, and a voice that echoed alongside Ginyu's vision of unity. And finally, Guldo Small, ridiculed, underestimated by all. But within his green frame lay the uncanny ability to manipulate time itself. With a single breath, Guldo could freeze a battlefield. Though mocked, he found in the Ginyu Force acceptance, protection, and a place where his powers were honored. Together, they forged a reputation across the galaxy. Not mere soldiers, but champions of Frieza's will. Entire armies collapsed before them. Worlds surrendered at the mere sight of their battle poses, choreographed with precision to strike both awe and fear. They became icons, a strange blend of terror and theatricality, but their service was not without cost. For in their victories they chained themselves to Frieza's empire. They laughed, they posed, they triumphed. But behind every conquest lay the quiet truth. They were tools, bound to a tyrant whose cruelty knew no end. Still, they pressed forward, for their pride was tied not to morality, but to strength, recognition, and the glory of battle. Years passed and their legend grew. They became the elite, summoned only when the impossible was demanded. When rebellions rose, the Ginyu Force crushed them. When enemies threatened Frieza's dominion, the Force erased them. Each mission polished their legacy, until whispers of their name carried across star systems. Yet fate is unkind to legends. Their glory would not endure eternity, for on the distant planet Namek, their final stage awaited. Summoned once more by Frieza, the Ginyu Force descended in dramatic fashion. Their reputation preceded them, their confidence unshaken. But this time, destiny had arranged a new script. Warriors from Earth, stronger than Frieza imagined, stood ready. Vegeta, once their comrade in conquest, now turned against the Empire. And Son Goku, a Saiyan unlike any other, had arrived. Their poses struck the air, but for the first time, fear did not follow. Their strength clashed with Earth's defenders, and one by one, the mighty force fell. Guldo's time freezing failed against speed greater than his own. Rikum's strength collapsed beneath Goku's unyielding fists. Berter, the fastest in the universe, was outrun. Jace's fury was silenced. And finally, Ginyu himself, betrayed by his own power, found his gift of body exchange turned into a curse. Thus ended the tale of the Ginyu Force. Not with glory, but with downfall. Not with triumph, but with the bitter truth that strength alone cannot stand against destiny. Yet their legacy lingers, a reminder of loyalty, of pride, of the strange theater of battle. For in their story lies a paradox. Villains to many, heroes to themselves. They were more than soldiers. They were a brotherhood. They were a spectacle. They were the Ginyu Force. Don't forget to like and subscribe.